Welcome to ABC31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Local young adults attended a job fair today, hoping to connect with some potential employers. ABC31's Joanna Phillips has the story.
Individuals ages 18 to 24 had the opportunity to attend a job fair today at the Central Region Louisiana Workforce Commission Business and Career Solutions Center. The event aims at providing young adults with employment and possible career opportunities.
An event like this is a prime opportunity where that match is kind of made for them. The employers and the young people are brought together so that they can talk and get that opportunity to sell themselves to the employer.
One national retailer that participated in the job fair is looking to fill some full and part-time positions. Walmart is looking to hire cashiers, cart attendants, stockers, maintenance, service area, and seasonal employees.
I'm going to apply for a lot of jobs, like offshore jobs and just anything I can possibly get money, really. I need money. The job's been so hard here lately because everybody's needing jobs. It's that time of the year where it's important.
The Louisiana Workforce Commission has 59 business and career solution centers across Louisiana. The centers provide a variety of employment services on a daily basis to those seeking jobs. Visit the Louisiana Workforce Commission website to learn more about opportunities for employment or career pathways. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
The former Rapids Bank and Trust Company building in downtown Alexandria recently got a facelift. It's now the home of the Kinetics Technology Center. The local company works with business technology, marketing, consulting, and a wide range of other creative services. Kinetics held an open house last night to unveil its newly renovated technology center and show what the company is all about. Allen Parish deputies arrest an Oakdale woman for allegedly stealing from a disabled person. Police say 26-year-old Caitlin Hewitt made more than 20 transactions with the victim's bank card, totaling about $1,200. Woodworth police originally began that investigation. Allen Parish deputies later got involved, arresting Hewitt on September 15th. She is now out on bond. Over the last 3 years, more than 1,000 human trafficking cases have been reported to Louisiana State Police. The number of cases has increased by 25% last year. Yesterday, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards participated in the first statewide symposium aimed at bringing together leaders and stakeholders to end human trafficking in the state. Edwards has made the elimination of human trafficking a priority. The state has already begun taking steps to prevent it, including the creation of agencies and encouraging residents to join the movement. Well, summery weather is sticking with us, even as we look ahead to the arrival of fall. Meteorologist Kim Walker is here with a first look at our forecast.
Well, of course, this is the last day of the summer season, and it definitely felt like it with temperatures soaring into the 90s. We're going to have another warm day tomorrow with temperature readings around 71 degrees as we start off the day. By your lunch hour, around 86 degrees. But if you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like the 90s out there. Our high will be around 93 degrees, and then we only drop down to around 92 by 5 o'clock as we make our way across the area during rush hour. We're going to see some more summer-like conditions and more rain chances this weekend, but there could be a slight cool down. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Kim. As summer transitions into winter, there are many kids in need of coats. Our annual coat drive is back and taking donations.
Well, Kramer Funeral Home has been part of the Central Louisiana community for over 140 years, so it's important for us to give back to the community. And also it helps partner with the community in order to fulfill some needs that are there. And what a great opportunity to help the children of Central Louisiana.
You can give a child the gift of warmth this winter, so please donate to Coats to Kids if you can. You can visit the KLAX TV website for a list of different drop-off locations. The Perfect Fit Foundation invited Cenla residents out for their 8th annual pancake fundraiser this morning. Last year, the foundation raised more than $2,000, and this year they hope to surpass that number. Perfect Fit Foundation was founded by Jerry Harp, a local shoe salesman who helped underprivileged kids in the Rapids school system. All right, his grandson says that he believes his grandfather would be absolutely astounded at how the community has embraced this idea and supported the foundation. Will Harp is the grandson of Jerry Harp and is working to keep his grandfather's legacy alive by raising money to go to those shoes for underprivileged kids. You can contact the Central Louisiana Community Foundation if you'd like to make a donation. Native Louisiana plants can be excellent choices for landscapes. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill suggests the American beautyberry as a great native selection. It's a shrub which produces some beautiful berry clusters, great for those cut flower arrangements.
I always love to introduce you to great native plants that do well in Louisiana landscapes. The plant that you see here around me is called American beautyberry. Calicarpa americana is the Latin name, and this is a lovely Louisiana native shrub. Now, it is a gangly shrub. You wouldn't put this plant in a formal, refined landscape. This is a native plant for those more relaxed areas of your landscape, those woodland gardens, or those more naturalistic areas. You can see it has this very sort of cascading look to it. Now, in the early summer, it produces clusters of these beautiful pale pink flowers all around the stems. The berries are green during most of the summer, and in late summer you can see they begin to turn this gorgeous, beautiful lavender purple color. This is a great plant for growing in full sun to part shade. It's very adaptable. You can also grow it in well-drained, dryish areas, or even areas that stay on the damp side. This plant is simply wonderful in a wide variety of different situations. Now, it blooms and makes its fruit on new growth, so if you don't like the gangly look of the plant, cut it back every year around about February or March. You can get it back as hard as you want to control its size. Otherwise, these make huge background plants. They'll get to be 6 to 8 feet tall and be spectacular if you can let them get that big. So think about the American beautyberry. I saw some in this nursery. You don't see them that often. If you see one, buy it and plant it when it cools down in October, November, and you'll have a beautiful Louisiana native American beautyberry growing in your garden. Forget it growing. I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, you can contact your parish's LSU Ag Center Extension Service Office or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button.
Hi, everybody. This is the voice of the Tigers, Jim Hawthorne, inviting you to watch Inside LSU Football, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors on this affiliate of the LSU Sports Television Network every week during the season. We'll have all the highlights, exclusive locker room access you won't see anywhere else, and features that will give you the inside story on your Fighting Tigers football team.
Inside LSU Football. Join us Sundays at 10 on KLAX TV. Brought to you in part by Take 5 Oil Change.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones weekends on KLAX ABC31.
Well, it's been a hot day or a hot ending to our summer season, and we're going to start that way for the first day of fall. Ample sunshine, and temperatures will be unseasonably warm. Isolated chances of thunderstorms possible. And then as we move into the weekend, expect mostly sunny conditions. Once again, it's going to be humid. Not a lot of change. Isolated afternoon thunderstorms, and we're going to stay pretty hot and humid through early next week, but there could be a slight change as we head toward the end of the week. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but our temperatures today did climb up into the 90s, and that's because we hardly saw any clouds out there. A few showers, thunderstorms popping up right now just to our south, but for the most part, most of the rain is off to the west and along the coastal areas. But for the most part, there could be a stray shower or two that move by, but I don't think we're going to pick up a lot of rain for this evening. Currently, we're still holding on to the heat. It's 90 degrees in Alexandria, a little bit cooler down to the south. Of course, they're seeing a little bit more cloud cover and a little bit more rain as well. In Leesville, it's 86 degrees, but we're seeing lots of sunshine at this point, and our humidity is quite high. Our dew point is around 70 degrees, putting us in the steamy category. So we are going to continue that trend as we head into tomorrow, and that's because south winds continue to bring a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. It's also bringing the heat as well. So we're going to stay with the humidity and the heat as we end the week and head into the weekend. Our forecast for tonight calls for temperatures dipping down to the lower 70s, partly cloudy skies, and then tomorrow highs will be much like today, around 93 degrees in Alexandria, and it's going to be sunny and humid. And again, because of the humidity and because of the heat, we could see a few afternoon thunderstorms. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We're going to stay in the 90s through the weekend with more chances of afternoon thunderstorms, and then sunny conditions on your Monday, low 90s possible through the early part of next week. There are chances of rain possibly by next weekend, but overall the next 7 days days, temperatures will remain a little bit above normal with readings in the 90s. In fact, by Wednesday and Thursday, before that system comes, we are going to see temperatures in the low to mid 90s. That's the look at your weather, Scott.
All right, thank you, Kim. CVS announces plans to limit opioid prescriptions. Scripts will be limited to 7-day supplies for new patients in an effort to curb the opioid abuse epidemic. Pharmacists also plan to question doctors prescribing more pills than may actually be necessary. CVS administers opioids to some 90 million customers. Opioid abuse, of course, has led to around 64,000 overdoses in the U.S. last year. E-cigarettes. Some say they're healthier for the lungs, but are they more dangerous in another way? With more, here's Arlette Sines.
They're the sexy devices that introduced us to vaping, e-cigarettes, an instant hit with young people, and with fans saying that vaping comes with lower concentrations of cancer-producing substances, it made a healthier choice than traditional cigarettes. But while e-cigarettes don't offer smoke, they do give a hit of nicotine. And new research out today says that could pose risks to the heart. Researchers at UCLA studied the effects of e-cigarettes on the hearts of healthy non-smokers. E-cigarettes with nicotine increased adrenaline levels in their hearts, a change that in turn can affect heart rate and blood pressure. The concern, the potential for a higher risk of heart damage or even death due to an increase in heart rate variability, something that previous studies have demonstrated. This study was a small one, exclusively on healthy non-smokers, so more research is needed. Another warning, that while e-cigarettes might be safer than traditional ones, vaping may not be an entirely risk-free proposition. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Sines.
Coming up, the NSU men's basketball team released its challenging non-conference schedule today. Plus, Jay Thomas talks about cutting down on the mistakes as his team prepares for Saturday's matchup.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there. He did it, and I know where the proof is.
It's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV. To you, it's just an old coat. But to an underprivileged child, it's a warmer winter. Please help us collect coats for kids before the cold months get here. You can drop off new or gently used coats at a location near you. All coats are cleaned and distributed right here in our community. The KLAX Coats for Kids Drive is sponsored by First Federal Bank, Southern Heritage Bank, Bank of Montgomery, Kramer Funeral Home, Take 5 Oil Change, South Park Cleaners, and LaSalle Printing and Office Supply.
Patience and discipline. Those are the two things Jay Thomas wanted his players to think of this week during practice. The Demons committed 21 penalties and turned the ball over 4 times in their win over Lamar. But more often than not, mistakes like that lead to losses, especially against a tricky Southeastern Louisiana squad.
I know they've had some injuries at the quarterback position, but they run the option style offense, so it's going to play on our discipline defensively. Always solid on defense, always giving us fits every year, what they do there, and they're very good in the kicking game. So it'll be another big challenge for us.
The NSU soccer team returns home tomorrow night for the first time in over a month for their second Southland Conference game of the season. Coach George Van Linder says there's no better team to open up conference play against, at home especially, than against McNeese.
There's really no love lost between the two schools. I think a lot of times it's just heart and emotion with that for both of us. It's, chances are, we'd like to each think of ourselves as one of the better teams in the state in the Southland Conference, and this is a great opportunity for us to play them. So it's definitely one that the players and the staff all circle on their calendar when it's time to play McNeese.
Here's a pretty awesome story out of NSU today. The men's basketball team announced that Troy McCrory has been promoted to the Director of Basketball Operations by Damon's head basketball coach Mike McConaughey. Now, McCrory, a legally blind grad student at NSU, will now have added responsibilities to the duties he already has been performing. He has been on the basketball staff for 4 seasons and is on a track to receive a master's degree in sports administration, which he'll finish up this year. Now, speaking of that men's hoops team, the Demons released their non-conference schedule this afternoon, and, well, McConaughey's squad will have quite the early season schedule. Demons will open the year against Texas on the road, and then we'll have games against SMU and Rice. Then, once the calendar flips over to December, well, it doesn't get much easier. Demons will hit the road for 3 straight games starting in Shreveport, then we'll make a turn through Oklahoma and finish up.
Well,
let's take one last look at our forecast before we say goodbye to summer.
Well, it is going to be fall tomorrow, and it's definitely not going to feel like it. 80 or 93 degrees for the afternoon high. We do have a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm or two. More chances of rain over the weekend. But as you know, notice in the next 7 days, we're not going to see much of a change. 90s for much of the weekend and into next week. We're going to see a little bit drier conditions, though, by midweek. Lots of sunshine, so that will bump those temperatures up close to the mid-90s. So hot and humid.
Still pretty summery out there. Thanks, Kim. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Predators better pray.
Crime Watch Daily airs weekdays at 3 on KLAX TV.
Only one doctor brings health right to your home. Dr. Oz.
Every day is a new chance for change, and everyone can start right now.
With all new ways to feel, encouraged, inspired, hopeful, confident, proud, positive, special, feel better every day. Make an appointment with Dr. Oz. Check in for your daily checkup.
Dr. Oz, airing weekdays at 11 on KLAX TV. Stay connected with KLAX ABC31. Visit us online anytime. Get today's top stories and trending topics. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. See our pics on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. And make KLAXTV.com your home for local news and information. Plus, download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.